Hello everyone, welcome back to my review channel. Dear friends, standing right next to me here is the Bezzera Victoria, one of the masterpieces and high-end machines from Bezzera. Today we will explore its exterior design together. Its internal components as well as its espresso and cappuccino brewing capabilities will also be explored. It features a lot of technology, including a multi-boiler, gear pump, independent temperature control, and independent pressure control. Alright, without making you wait any longer, let's dive in and discover it together. Dear friends, this is the front of the Bezzera Victoria. I'll just call it Victoria from now on to keep things brief. First, for turning on the machine, you'll find the power switch right here. You just need to press it and the machine will turn on. Once it's on, the next thing we'll pay attention to is this display panel. With this display panel, we can adjust the temperature of each group head, as well as the temperature of each steam boiler, which is the milk frothing unit. Next, we can also adjust the extraction profile. For example, if you want the first 5 seconds of extraction to be at a pressure of 3 bar, 4 bar, 5 bar. For the next 10 seconds, you want the pressure to be 8 bar. And finally, for the last 5 seconds, it's 6 bar. We can completely set up that profile in the machine. And we can use this profile to extract for each specific type of coffee. This is a very special feature of the Victoria machine that other machines, like some models from La Marzocco or Razor, cannot do. Because this machine uses a variable pump, we can adjust the water pressure as it enters the coffee grounds. Here, as you can see, the two-group machine has 2 hoppers as well as 2 control panels, and they operate independently from each other. Next, you can see that the steam wands on both sides are designed very beautifully with a solid classic look. The control is operated using this lever. If you push it up, the steam will come out continuously, and if you push it down, it will return to its original state. So there are 2 ways to use it. First, if you are a professional barista, you can push it up and use the strongest pressure to steam the milk. If you're not used to it yet, you can gently push it down so the pressure is softer when you steam the milk. But if you're a professional barista, or like me, when I steam milk, I push it up. When I no longer need to steam milk, I return it to the off position. And if you want to rinse and wipe the steam wand, you just push it down gently. It's very convenient. Next, for the hot water spout, you use this nearby lever. You push it down, or you can simply push and then hold it to get some hot water. On this side, there are functions for making single shots and double shots. Single shot and double shot. If you want to brew, you just push the lever down. After that, the machine will start running. Here, you can see the pre-infusion time. Listen to this sound. Because this pump is completely different from the rotary pumps on the market, the pump makes a very screechy sound. It's very much like gears meshing together. However, its pump is extremely quiet. And as I hear it, it feels really exciting. For double shot, you push the lever down further. And it will also run according to the program we set up from the beginning. If you don't want it to run anymore, just push the lever again. So those are the main functions of this machine. Besides that, this machine is really great. It can simply help you really save energy if you don't want to heat up the steam boiler of the machine. For the milk frother, you then just need to flip this switch up and turn it off. Then the milk frothing wand will stop heating up. It's the same on the other side as well. If you want to activate it both at the same time, you just need to flip this switch down. It will activate the milk frothing mode. It's really convenient. It's very considerate for us consumers. So if you don't want to use both groups and waste electricity, you can just turn one side off. The coffee brewing part is the same. If you want to turn it off, just flip the switch it to off, and it will shut down. It's really quite smart in that particular aspect. It truly allows us to completely personalize the power and the brewing method. All right, now let's take a look around. You can see that its design all around looks like a spaceship from the future, with all the sharp lines and extremely sleek materials. You can see that it's made entirely of brushed stainless steel. It looks really cool, very futuristic, very modern. Of course, it also features some details like this wood accent here. You'll feel that it's very harmonious. It's both sharp-edged and rustic at the same time. On the cup holders, they're designed with random undefined cuts. These undefined cuts give us a certain feeling when we look at them. It feels very mechanical. And it's very pleasing to the eye. In terms of overall design, the body and the drip tray are designed separately. You can remove this drip tray. The tray itself is not fixed tightly here. The body is fixed as a single block. Inside there's a boiler, a pump, and everything is integrated within this machine. This is the control screen of the Chayat Bezzera Victoria. Let's analyze it a bit. First, you can see this is the temperature of the steam boiler. That is one of the automatic machines. If you toggle it, you can set it to increase or decrease, to raise or lower the temperature of the steam. After setting it up, you just slide over. This is the initial screen. If you want to adjust the temperature of the boiler, the coffee brewing boiler, you just slide over. Here we can adjust it up or down. See, at 94 degrees it turns red. I'll set it to 93 or 92 degrees. Next is the profile section. This particular profile section is truly the best part of the Victoria. It's specifically designed for setting up individual profiles for each distinct type of coffee. You will clearly see that this section prominently features dose 1 and dose 2. For a single cup, we select dose 1. For 2 cups, we select dose 2. When we select the value to create a new profile, you just tap on this new profile button. There will be options for drip, tea, and espresso. So if you want to brew espresso, you can set a separate profile for espresso. If you want to brew drip, you can set a separate profile for drip. Here, I'm going to set up a profile for espresso. You'll see that this is a profile that includes the pre-infusion time. This is the extraction time. For example, if I want to precisely set the pre-infusion time, you will then proceed into the regular section. Here, you can easily add or subtract the desired values as needed. Now we will set it up according to our own profile. Go to the custom section. Then we will set the timing. First, for pre-infusion, the water will be 8 milliliters. And it will pause for 2 seconds. You can set it here. For example, if you want it to be 10 milliliters and our pre-infusion time will be 5 seconds, then you will press it up to 5. Next, we move on to the second part, which is the extraction section. Here you can see that the extraction amount is currently 11 milliliters. If you want to increase it, just tap on the number 11 and press the plus button. You can absolutely increase it to 15, 18 or 20 milliliters. It's entirely up to your preference. Below that is the extraction pressure setting. We can increase it to 10 or decrease it to 8. So it depends on how much extraction pressure you want to apply to the coffee. Here we currently have a pre-infusion pressure of 3 and an extraction pressure of 9. After you finish setting it up and press OK, a notification will clearly pop up stating asset without saving. This important message means that you have not yet successfully saved this particular profile. So we need to save it. After that, you'll name your profile. Here, I'll name it P3 to make it easier to track. Then press OK. At this particular point in time, we currently have our very own personalized profile. It comprehensively includes the precise print fusion time and also the exact extraction time. If you ever wish to significantly increase the extraction time duration or perhaps add more milliliters of liquid, especially when you are preparing to extract, you can simply create another distinct profile and then conveniently add it in for future use. Here it's currently set to 0, but you can increase it to 10, 20 or 30, depending on your preference. Then you press OK. After carefully pressing OK, we will then select the Do Mode option to assign the P3 profile to that particular mode. And press OK. Once we have successfully pressed the OK button, you will then need to carefully swipe the main screen over to access the dedicated control screen. Following that, we will firmly pull the lever downwards to initiate the operation of the machine, ensuring it starts correctly and smoothly. As you can see here, the machine is running and it's in print fusion mode. Next is the incubation step. After incubating for 5 seconds, the extraction process will begin. The next volume is 20 milliliters, and the extraction pressure is currently at 9.3. This is a very special feature of the Bezzera Victoria. We can completely adjust the extraction pressure to suit our needs. Let's return to the main screen. Tap on the Bezzera logo to access advanced settings. Here, you'll find the settings section and the power off option. You can turn off the machine at the bottom. The settings section is the most important part when we want to make adjustments. Here, you can clearly observe a comprehensive control screen that is equipped with a multitude of essential functions. These include, but are not limited to, unit configuration, detailed LED body controls, a precise counter-alarm system, accurate date and time settings, and a robust pressure net monitoring system. Among all these valuable features, the section that will undoubtedly capture your primary interest and attention is the main settings area. The LED body section and the maintenance section. In the maintenance section, when you press it, you'll see the number of cups that you need to set. When it reaches that level, it will alert you. Press OK to exit. And now, let's take a look at the interior of the Bezzera Victoria machine together. Let's see what it's like. As you can see, this is the interior of the Bezzera Victoria. One word for it, wow. All the mechanical components are designed very scientifically, meticulously, and symmetrically. On both sides, you can see 2 large boilers for drawing hot water and steaming milk, and they're very securely insulated. Next is the small boiler for brewing coffee. The coffee extraction and group head heating system are located right in the middle, close to the group head. This is very convenient for water routing and maintenance. Next is the pump section. The meticulousness is shown here as the pump is divided into two large pumps. It uses rotary pumps, one for each of the two-side boilers. That is, one boiler is for steaming milk and the other is for dispensing hot water. Meanwhile, the two gear pumps below are placed underneath to serve the group heads. This pump serves this group head, and this pump serves this group head. It's very scientific and meticulous. As you can see here, the gear pumps are placed right here. This is the pump head and this is the pump body. Essentially, this gear pump uses gears to drive and help pump water into the small boiler. And it uses a stepper motor. By using it, we can control the speed, which in turn allows us to regulate the water pressure going into the small boiler. These are very smart designs, and they are highly optimized for us when we brew coffee with different extraction profiles. One drawback is that when the system is divided into so many components, if one pump breaks down, we will have to deal with a lot more maintenance for multiple pumps. And here, there are only 3 pumps. Each of these pumps is very expensive, so this is just one of the drawbacks of the Bezzera Victoria. When designing, the engineers really thought about the end users. That means they separated the components into individual units like this. First, to make repairs easier. Second, to help us operate the machine more efficiently. For example, if the steam one on this side breaks, the other side can still be used as normal. Or if the milk frother on this side breaks, the other side still works as usual. This modular design is very convenient for us when we use the machine. Next are the water-related parts. For example, hot water is controlled by the solenoid valve. It's a mixing system, and you can control this valve. With this knob, we can control inflow or outflow to increase cold water or hot water. For example, if you want 50 degrees, 70 degrees, 90 degrees, or 95 degrees, you can easily adjust it with this valve here. And these are the safety valves. They are designed very carefully to help protect our boiler to the maximum extent. As for the water meter, down here we use 2 Vica water meters, and the main pump is placed at the bottom of the machine as well. So it's quite compact, and it doesn't have anything to do with the water system. It operates in a completely separate way. One of the most complex circuit boards ever, and I've ever seen. With the device not supplying power, the control circuit and the protection circuit. I would say this is one of the most sophisticated, meticulous, and scientific designs I've ever seen. Every single component is separated from the others in a spacious layout, making maintenance and repairs extremely easy. It divides each area into separate zones so that when we encounter an error, we can diagnose each area individually without affecting the others. For example, if the pump is broken, you can focus on this area. If there's a problem with the boiler temperature, you can focus on this area. These are scientific design features of Victoria. Dear friends, now let's thoroughly test the exceptional quality of the espresso, and also meticulously make a delicious cappuccino using the impressive Victoria machine. Now we will test the quality of espresso coffee brewed from the Bezzera Victoria. I've already dosed the coffee into the portafilter. Today we will use Kenya beans at a medium roast. Alright, that's done. You can clearly see the excellent quality of the espresso made with these Kenya beans. We can observe that the crema is quite even and its color is truly very beautiful. The liquid layer underneath is a delightful golden brown, and it looks really quite appetizing. Now let's go ahead and make a cup of cappuccino. While making the cappuccino with this espresso, we'll wait a bit for the crema to settle a little. I usually like it when the crema dissolves just a bit like this, so the coffee flavor is at its best. Now let's steam the milk. can see that steaming milk with this machine is really satisfying. It's really satisfying, guys. It feels absolutely amazing. Wow, this cappuccino is quite full and the foam looks great. Dear friends, we now have two finished drinks. One is espresso and the other is cappuccino. I'll taste the espresso first. In terms of aroma, it's very fragrant. Wow, this is truly the exquisite flavor I've been searching for all this time. The very first taste of the coffee is a bit strong indeed. Then gradually it becomes pleasantly sour, and finally there's a wonderfully lingering sweetness. Kenya beans medium roast are quite aromatic. There's almost no bitterness at all. As for the aroma, I can really smell the chocolate. It's very fragrant. These beans with this machine bring out an absolutely amazing flavor. And the body isn't too thin either. Its aroma spreads evenly throughout the mouth. Alright, let's try the cappuccino now. A cappuccino made with Kenya beans is just unbeatable. The steam wand is great for frothing milk, very smooth. The milk smells very rich and creamy. Combined with the flavor of Kenya coffee, it's truly wonderful. I think this is honestly the best choice. Of all the coffee machines I've reviewed so far, this one stands out. And in the price range of about 180 to 200 million VND, and even in the 280 to 300 million VND range, this is truly an excellent option for you. If you want to open a specialty coffee shop or any kind of coffee shop model with a large-scale business and top-notch equipment, the Victoria by Bezzera is a truly outstanding choice. I hope that after this video, you'll have a completely new perspective on coffee machines and coffee, as well as an overall look at the Victoria by Bezzera, from its exterior design to its internal structure, and also about the flavor experience, just like the video I just made for you to watch. Don't forget to like, share, and follow the Phin Filter channel to catch more videos about coffee machines and coffee, about coffee shop reviews, recipes, and drink styles in coffee shops. Now, goodbye, and see you next time.